This is the Headless Headhunter, and I am reviewing a data scientist resume. So what we're going to be looking for is SQL, Python, R, Excel. Yes, I know some of those sound very basic. I don't care you put them in your resume. PowerPoint, analytics, modeling, cloud, and a couple of bonus ones are going to be stakeholders and big data. And, I did want to add visualization. I'm not going to be able to spell this live. There's my dyslexia kicking in, but visualization, data visualization, that kind of thing. So this is what we're going to be looking for. And away we go. All right. So from university, they wait, what? No. This isn't right. Okay. First off, put your degree up top. You only need it in 2 lines. Don't hide it there in the bottom. All right. So creating UI UX using React, Angular, TypeScript, Sphere Astro, and GD Drive API. I think I did see one with GD Drive API, but the rest of this I did not see in basically any of the job descriptions. I'm sure you're going to find 1 or 2, but I don't think the vast majority have this. This reads like TypeScript, Angular, React. That's really more full stack than data scientist. Leveraged XG boost. Everybody uses leveraged. I hate the word leveraged. I don't knock points off of it, but it's such a weird word. Okay, this has nothing that I'd be looking for. Again, this is APIs, but not SQL, not Python, not R, not Excel. I don't see data visualization. I don't see PowerPoint. I don't see cloud. I don't see explaining complex topics, which I didn't put, which I probably should have there, to non-technical people. All right. Developed and integrated autograders such as Blackboard, Cardio, Python. There we go. I should not have to scroll all the way down to here to get the first keyword. And there we go, AWS, cloud. This one's fine, but it should be 1 sentence, even if it's a run-on. I manage a team of 9 graduate and undergrad teaching. I accelerated assignment and quiz turnaround time. What do you mean accelerated? Like, how long it took them to do? What do you mean reducing processing time of the accelerated assignment? Okay, so I am confused here because this sort of reads like you got people to do their work faster. I don't like this one at all. I mean, I like the fact, like, you could have just said, I led a team of 9 graduates in X and Y. This is gibberish. Most of this is gibberish, and it's not what I'm going to be looking for. I don't think I could find, I've literally only seen AWS twice, which is here and up top, in Python. I cannot imagine moving forward with this resume. The manager would really not like it. Like, for a full stack engineer, I can see it, but this is a data scientist position, which, unless I got the wrong resume, which I don't think I did, I think I wrote this correctly. But yeah, like, this has nothing of what I would be looking for as a recruiter. Please go back, look at those keywords and qualifications right there and put them on your resume. Those should be what it is. And this formatting is so weird. Like, how this is written is just odd to me, and I don't know if it's just how you write your resume or if there's like some chat GPT or whatever, but it reads wrong. So, and don't bold, please don't. Stop bolding things. So, honestly, even if this was a full stack position, the only thing I'd really be able to find is like here in AWS and Python. See, that's about it. This whole thing reads like nothing. I think you may have to completely just burn this and redo it, because look at my format under the description of this video. Please follow that format. That will get you more than 500 to 1 interviews. That's your ratio, which is not good. So yeah, I cannot move forward with this. I could not. The manager would be very upset. Maybe if it was for more of a full stack position, but then that's not, you put in data scientist. So I'm sorry, I'm going to have to reject this one. Please fix it, resubmit it, and we'll work on it there. But this whole thing is wrong. So I don't know how else to say it, not trying to be mean, but it's not good. So that's this resume. Let's go to the next one. This resume is for a data analytics resume. I keep wanting to say something after that, but I do want to let you know that if this is your resume in the comments here, you sent this as a JPEG, do not send resumes as a JPEG. I understand you are anonymizing it for this channel. That makes sense. I'm okay with that. But for the actual submittal, if you send a JPEG, the ATS may not be able to read it. If it's PDF, Word or whatever the Google one is, DocX, I think. Those are the formats you want to use, primarily PDF and Word. As long as it's those, it's fine. But if you send a JPEG, it is possible it may not read it. So just be careful. Plus, I think your font is off. I had to zoom in on this. Just use Arial and 10.5. That's fine. For everything, 10.5 Arial. Now, onto the actual resume. We're going to be looking for Excel, including pivot tables, charts, advanced formulas, VLOOKUP, pivot tables, that kind of thing. SQL, dashboards, Power BI, ETL, data analytics, just the word, Python R, Tableau, data visualization, and stakeholders and explaining complex topics. So those are what we're going to be looking for. And let's see. It looks like you're still in school. Maybe this was an intern resume. Maybe this was you looking for an internship, in which case you're going to want a little bit of different stuff than that. But right now I have to judge this based on just a full-time position of a data analyst. So let's see. Biomanagement courses. That's not needed. You don't need the relevant courses here. This should just be one line. Design conceptual framework to evaluate college affordability and measure the impact of scholarships, identifying 3 key metrics and developing 20 targeted together and show scholarships. That gives me nothing. Nothing there is what I need in your first bullet point. Clean and analyze 500 data points using Python and Pandas. Python is the only word so far I've seen. Covering trends with a trend of reduction in financial borders. There he is. Data visualization. Okay, good. Enabling leadership to optimize outreach data for underserved, protect, and increase program. Okay, so that one is solid. The end of that. The first half mostly isn't. Like, I think you could just shrink it, keep the Python, but I do like that it says financial. Gosh, the font on this one is killing me. I have terrible eyesight. Okay. Let me go back to it. It's been 40 years. Half of this is good. The Tableau is great. The Python is great. The enabling leadership to optimize outreach is phenomenal. This is so far the only real good thing I've seen in this resume so far. Deliver final finding. Okay, also, this goes for everybody. Make sure everything is past tense. Even if you still work there, it just makes the resume flow better. Keep it past tense. My old boss told me that when I was agency recruiting, and she was 100% right. Keep it in the past tense, everything, even if you're still there. Delivered Final Fantasy stakeholders, that's a good one. Providing actual recommendations. Design a prototype iOS and Swift, that's not what I'm looking for. Machine learning models, maybe. Okay, I don't think I can move you forward. I mean, I like the second sentence, I will be honest. That's like mostly good. What I would like is just to have more of these keywords in it. All right, just put those in it. It'll be much better. You can shrink your education to one line. And honestly, I feel like you probably lead with your second bullet point. I think that's actually very clear and good. Cleaned and analyzed X amount of data points using Python, and maybe add one of those keywords if that is true. So Python and R or whatever, which uncovered trends that allowed our leadership to optimize outreach strategy, which led to a projected program reach of 20%. That's solid, but the middle of it isn't. So make it all in past tense, fix the formatting, make it a PDF, not a JPEG. And yeah, you're going to have to add some more of these keywords because I'm not finding any of them, and you're going to probably get rejected because of it. If they're in a blob up here, it does not count. It does not count if they are in a blob. This is a JPEG that I had to do to the thing, so I can't actually like write on it. But if it's not under the professional experience or qualifications, it does not count. It just doesn't. I'm sorry. So that's all I can do for this one. I probably wouldn't move this forward. I mean, if so, it's got to be the second sentence, which I want to say is good. You had the right idea with the second one. So, but there's a lot of formatting issues that may make it a problem. So please fix those, resubmit. Also, let me know if you're going specifically for an internship instead of a full-time position, because that would also change those keywords. So that's it for this resume. Let's go to the next transition. We are now looking at a ML data science intern, so machine learning. I will be honest, it was very difficult for me to specifically find machine learning interns. I found a lot of like data science, machine learning, AI, and I know AI and M, not the same thing. not sure actual pure machine learning internships, except for one that I think had a bad job description. So I believe these are going to be the keywords. You may not need all of them, but it's going to be Python, PyTorch, SQL, anything involving like AI, ML, so NLP, ML, AI, LLM, anything involving cloud. I think I did cloud twice. And then as an internship, as per usual, the ability to work as a team and take constructive criticism about your work and not freak out. I do notice right here that this is from Mumbai. Again, I am a US-based recruiter. I have gotten people jobs in the UK and Africa, but those are not my specialty. So take what I'm going to say with a grain of salt, which I realize may not translate, is I just don't know the meta of resumes over there. So I'm going to have to judge it based on a US internship. And I'm going to assume that the first one is your bachelor's and the second one is the equivalent of high school. If that is incorrect in the comments below, let me know. Please, I'm very interested in learning more about this kind of stuff. So, without further ado, we have data analyst, objective, to leverage and develop. Every time I see leverage, I know a resume is not going to be good. I'm not going to judge you. I'm not going to like mark points off because you use the word leverage, but every time I see the word leveraged, it's going to correlate to a bad resume. I've seen like one resume that used leveraged well. So please don't use leverage. Just strike that from your resume languages. Please never use leverage. Also, you don't really need an objective, but again, this might be different in, I assume, India. I think India is Mumbai. So in India, might be different, but in the United States, you do not need this objective. Develop a RAG system for earnings call. Furthermore, perform sentiment analysis and actual insight to call. Okay, I see nothing I need here. I see nothing I need here. I see nothing I need here. Objective, develop. Yeah, I do not need the objective. You can have a summary sentence, that's fine, but you don't need to state it. You can just say, you know, at this role, I did X and Y in a tech stack of X, A, B, C, and D. Automated Dynamics CR used MS Power Platform, increase efficiencies, project, object directed data FXP. I have not found a single thing except Azure. Maybe Power BI. Yeah, I would not be able to move this forward. So normally your experience should go before your projects, but if it's the case that you don't have any of the keywords in your experience, then you're going to want to flip that, because this is what we're going to be looking for, at least in the United States with internships, is they're going to be looking for the key qualifications of your job, which in this case is going to be that you used machine learning stuff, AI, that you have a basic understanding of the tech stack, hopefully you've done cloud and SQL. Those are pretty much going to be it for that. And then that you've worked as a team and can take construction criticism. This whole thing in this data analyst position, I see nothing that I would need to move you forward. I only see Azure here. Also, make sure that each and every one of these is one sentence. It can be a long sentence. It can be a sentence with 3 lines or something. But make sure each bullet point is a full sentence. And please do not use leverage. I cannot move this forward. There's nothing here that I could find. Like this, some of this stuff is good. Honestly, this is a case I think you really should put your experience after your projects, because this is some solid stuff, especially because it's an internship. So, but yeah, I don't see any of the keywords. Oh, they're at the bottom. Yeah, don't ever put them at the bottom. Put them in the bullet points. If they're not in the bullet points, they do not exist in your resume. So that's what I have to rule on this one. I'm going to have to reject it. I am sorry. Please fix it. Turn it back again. And let me know if this is not how internships and what they're looking for in Mumbai. I might be very, very wrong. I have never worked in Mumbai. So I might be pronouncing it horribly wrong, which, you know what? Feel free to rag on me in the comments. I think that's fair. So, yeah, I'm going to move to the next resume. And I do wish you the best of luck, though. And please resubmit. We can try to fix it and make it at least better on from what looks better in the United States. So we are looking at a data analyst or data scientist resume. They did want to be specifically data scientist if possible, so I'm going to be judging it based on data scientist. Also, I did not pick to do all the data analysts and scientists in one video. It just weirdly enough happened like that. So let's go with what we're going to be looking for specifically for on the data scientist side. You're going to be wanting SQL, anything with visualization. So Tableau, Power BI. I think one other thing got cut off there. Yeah, Power BI, Python, R, anything with cloud, data warehouse, anything with AI. It could be NLP, LLM, ML, AI. One of the thousands of words they use for those. Analysis, clean data, I think I said, and then specifically, this is not a keyword. This is a qualification, but it still needs to be in your resume, which is communicating complex topics to stakeholders. It doesn't have to be stakeholders, but stakeholders is a very broad term that gets across what you did, because stakeholders could be a lot of things, and it's good to have that in, especially for this, because your job as a data scientist is not just to be the master of the data, is to explain what the heck the data means to people that don't understand it. I use a calculator to do times 8 times 7, right? You're going to have to explain complex topics like that to me. And having that in your resume is a benefit, especially managers like it. So, right, let's see. Okay, so the very first thing I don't like is up here. You have these little icons. This does not port well in ATSs usually. There's also a case of a lot of companies and recruiters and HR saying, don't click those. You are not allowed to click a hyperlink. So I understand they can be hyperlinks, but you do not need this, right? It is assumed that if you have an @ it is going to be an email. It is assumed if you have a dash and a couple of numbers, it's going to be your phone number. Your GitHub and LinkedIn. Okay, so on the one line, you should have your phone number, your email, and your LinkedIn. Sometimes you want your GitHub instead of the LinkedIn. That's really going to vary based on the industry. And then below that one, it should be 3 lines max total. So name, 1 line, email, phone, GitHub, next. And then location, and then the work visa. So this should be 3 lines total. And do not use iconography. It just doesn't always work. And maybe they can't click it. So I'm not sure if my eyesight is terrible today or if this is in the wrong format, but font, I want 10.5 in Arial. Everything should be 10.5 in Arial. So, Masters of Engineering Data Science, coded and developed a game in Python in under 70 hours, won Best Capstone Award. It's kind of good. Bachelor's Computer Science and Engineering, technical paper on activity. So here's the thing. You have 8.42. I am a US-based recruiter, as I've said throughout this video. We typically go on a 4-point scale ish. So I don't know the equivalent of this, but I don't think this should be longer than 3 lines. Truthfully, I do like the coded a game in Python in under 70 hours and one of the best capstone award. I don't know if that's going to help, but that could give the hiring manager something to talk about, which can be beneficial. But this should be no more than 3 lines total. And maybe Canada does to the 9 as well. I do know that in the United States it's a 4, so it's 4.0 is amazing. 8.42 is, I don't know what that is. So, engineered time series trend simulation tools. Stop bolding everything, please. This is not what I'd be looking for. I recognize by CI/CD scope. So it's solid. You don't need to bold this. Also, I see that you thought this was important because you bolded this, and then you bolded and underlined this. Don't do that. Please don't bold anything. Just stop bolding everything. But this is a solid brag, right? Like, you don't need to get like 12% increase, 10% increase. All you need to do is say recognized by C-suite executives. I don't know what D-suite executives are, but C-suite, I do know. So that's solid. Pioneer the implementation of ETL scripts, converting stat to the guy. This is hard to read because of your bolding. This doesn't matter. I do like that you have R here. Develop Java data validation tool. This is a solid one. In R, this is also solid, but they may miss it because you bolded this. Stop bolding it. Let's see. What else? Power BI, this is solid. Okay, I don't think this is a bad resume overall. I think that I could definitely see people moving you forward. I just think it could be a little cleaner, right? Specifically, there's so much bolding. It's hurting you, not helping you. But you are mostly right on the keywords, right? Power BI is it. ETL are one of them. Being recognized by C-suites executives. Oh, this case, I would just say maybe stakeholders, but that's still solid. But I'm missing a few of the keywords, right? Like I still want I want a little bit more Python. I want SQL. I want to go a little bit more into Power BI, visualization software. If there's anything of cloud AI, it's not bad. I think I could see people moving forward with this, and it's solid, but I just think it could be better. Right, like this is good, that's fine. ML models, that's good. Yeah, so I don't know if I really need to go through the rest of this. I think your formatting is off, and it's making it harder to read, not easier, which is not what you want to do for your recruiter. But overall, you've got a mostly good idea of what the keywords are. I think you need to have a little bit more of these instead and put them into your resume. But overall, nice job, and I can see moving forward with this. So that's my review for this video. If people are in stream, I'm not ending the stream. I'm just ending this YouTube video. And please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time, which should be tomorrow, unless I post this on a Friday, in which case it'll be Monday. So thank you all for submitting your resumes. I enjoy helping people, and please keep them coming. I want everybody to get jobs, because this market is really rough.